Chapter 1. The Midnight Call. In the dimly lit, luxurious bedroom, Eliza's quick, gasping breaths mingled with the sound of rhythmic movement, making even herself blush. On the king-sized bed, Marcus held her tight, forcefully exercising his husbandly rights. He left kisses on her neck and chest, caressing her body while his movements below grew increasingly fervent, leaving Eliza enraptured. It had been a long time since they had such a blissful night, as Marcus often traveled for extended business trips, and his demanding work at the company meant he often returned home late and exhausted. Eliza wrapped her arms around her husband's back, letting out soft moans. She usually didn't dare to be too uninhibited in bed, unsure of what kind of woman Marcus preferred, but tonight the sensation was so overwhelming that she couldn't suppress the sounds. Marcus's long, dark eyebrows arched slightly, a corner of his mouth curving up, and he flipped her onto her stomach. Just then, Marcus's bedside phone rang, causing him to pause his movements. The position she was in allowed Eliza a quick glance at the caller ID, Hannah. Her good mood instantly turned into a barren desert. Marcus quickly grabbed the phone, pulled the sheet around his waist, and got out of bed to answer. "Hello, what's wrong?" His voice was filled with anxiety, his tall, muscular body tensed up, and his eyes darted around. Eliza sat up, watching her husband take the call, glancing at the clock. It was already midnight. Marcus said, "Okay, wait for me a moment. I'll be right there." He hung up, hastily put on his clothes, and offered a terse explanation under Eliza's irritated gaze. "I have to go out for a while. You go to sleep first. What's so urgent that you have to go out in the middle of the night?" "Who called?" Eliza frowned, clicking her tongue. "It's just a colleague. Something important came up." Marcus's movements didn't slow down, and his handsome, stoic face showed no signs of distress, even though he was clearly lying. Eliza gave a cold laugh. "A colleague named Hannah, your ex-girlfriend." "She's not my ex-girlfriend, never was," Marcus said evenly. "She's in some trouble, and I have to go to her immediately." "It's midnight. Hannah is Ethan's girlfriend, and she has plenty of friends, both male and female, to ask for help. Why does it absolutely have to be you? You're a married man rushing out in the dead of night because of a call from an unmarried woman. Do you have any respect for me?" Marcus picked up his car keys and wallet from the table, looking at her coldly. "I'll be back soon." With that, he hurried out of the room, slamming the door shut and leaving Eliza sitting alone on the bed. She gasped for breath, her chest heavy, and walked to the window to look down. Very quickly, Marcus drove out of the gate, rushing as if to a fire. Eliza went into the bathroom, looking at her beautiful face contorted with an ugly expression, so angry that she burst into tears. Without asking for Eliza's agreement, Marcus ignored her expression and helped Hannah into the house. Hannah grinned, vaguely waving a hand at Eliza, her voice slurring. "Hello, there, haha, you're so pretty." She was clearly very drunk. Eliza's chest ached with anger. She followed Marcus, wanting to see if her husband intended to give his friend a bath himself. Marcus carefully placed Hannah on the sofa as gently as a fragile egg, then looked up, intending to say something to Eliza. Faced with her blazing glare and tear-filled eyes, he swallowed his words and walked toward the kitchen to wake up Mrs. Daisy, their housekeeper. Hannah, being drunk, immediately closed her eyes and fell asleep as soon as she was placed down. He led Mrs. Daisy to the living room and casually requested, "Aunt, could you please give my friend a quick bath?" Mrs. Daisy looked at Hannah sprawled unevenly on the sofa, then at Eliza with a puzzled expression. Marcus offered no explanation, helped Hannah up, led her toward the bathroom, and then went upstairs. Mrs. Daisy had no choice but to enter the bathroom, closing the door and turning on the water. Eliza collapsed onto the sofa, clutching her head. A moment later, Marcus came downstairs, holding a set of Eliza's clothes. She looked up, frowning. "What are you doing? You haven't worn this outfit in a long time." "I'm letting her borrow it for a night." Eliza stood up and snatched the clothes from Marcus's hand. "Why didn't you ask me? Why go through my things without permission? Haven't worn it in a long time. This is the first outfit you ever bought me. I'm afraid of ruining it, so I only wear it occasionally." "What do you mean, haven't worn it in a long time? Whose underwear are you holding? Women don't share underwear. That's disgusting." Marcus sighed, his tone defensive. "You don't need to use such harsh words. I bought this underwear for you but haven't had a chance to give it to you. I'm giving it to Hannah for now, I'll buy you a more expensive set later." Why do you have to do this? The other times she got drunk and called you, you stayed out all night. Did you take her to a hotel and bathe her then? Why bring her here today? To stage a display of affection, to prove to me that you and she are innocent. Marcus snapped. What is wrong with you? If she wasn't soaked through, I would have rented a room for Hannah and slept somewhere else. She and I are completely innocent. Today was an emergency, and I had no choice but to bring her here. Or would you be satisfied if I took her to a hotel and bathed and changed her clothes myself? Eliza clenched her trembling fists, tears streaming down her face, and threw the clothes at Marcus. Slept somewhere else? Do you think I'm an idiot? Now, put the clothes on her and take her somewhere else to sleep. Stop performing this act in front of me. I've had enough. I married a husband, not some other woman's personal attendant.